Game 1 of the Memorial Cup. Can you give us a sense of the anticipation and the excitement within the group?
Yeah, we're excited. Rimouski's a great place. It's a great hockey town, lots of real good history. So it's exciting whenever you come into a place like that, being able to play the hometown team. There, we know it's going to be a packed crowd and a cheering, loud crowd. So yeah, the boys are excited about it.
We got a bit of a taste of that crowd at the arrival of the Memorial Cup last night. Is there a challenge in taking on the home team when they have a feverish fan base like that in Game 1?
Yeah, I think there's always a challenge. You just know how ready they're going to be, and they're going to come out quick. So we're going to have to be ready for that. They're a fast team, and we're going to have to make sure we're skating.
Talking to players who've been in this position before, they always say that if they have one regret, it's that they kind of dipped their toes in Game 1. How do you avoid that and make sure that everyone is like kind of 10 toes down from puck drop?
Well, that's a hard one because you're going to tell them that. It's how they react, and sometimes it's always easier to learn when you make a mistake. The key is trying to learn before you make the mistake. So we'll see if we're ready. We've always had good starts, so hopefully we have a good start tonight.
Rimouski, sorry, go ahead.
How important is that, Willie, just for you guys, whether it's a goal and hit something, just to, it's been a while since you guys have played, just to get that started?
Yeah, I think that it's important for sure in this building. It's going to be really important. But I think I think the guys know what they have to do, and if we get a good start or not, I think we're gonna keep playing and get into the game. So it would certainly help to have a good start, though.
I haven't seen it with the crowd yet. Does it remind you of the old arena here, the Coliseum?
A lot of Rimouski reminds me of Medicine Hat, really. I think it's one of those a smaller franchise in a league where there's lots of big places now in the league, and you kind of run off your tradition. You run off, just what you've built, your culture you've built. So I think there's some similarities, but yeah, it's going to be a tough place to play.
I heard you guys brought something and that the fans signed, a little bit of a reminder of home to kind of keep you grounded through this.
Yeah, they get lots of fans signed. I don't know how many autographs are on that, but we have a great fan base in Medicine Hat. We're really lucky, and I know they're with us.
What's the scouting report on Ramuski? We know they were the top scoring team in the QMJHL playoffs this season.
Yeah, I like how hard they work. Really creative in the O-zone. Great forecheck. Their D are really active in the O-zone. So they're a team that can score, but they can defend too, just because of how hard they work.
This is a new stage for your players. We saw Gavin getting a lot of attention, a lot of buzz yesterday. How has he handled that as the spotlight just gets bigger on these different stages?
I don't know. He's used to it a little bit from maybe World Juniors. I think that'll probably help him a little bit, but you never know how they're going to handle it until you see them out on the ice, and then you can tell where they're at. But he's been great for us all year, so I'd assume he's going to be great again.
Does Rimouski remind you of any WHL teams, Willie, or similar play styles?
No, there's a few teams we played. Spokane was a pretty aggressive team. Swift Current was pretty. They got guys out of the zone pretty quick, so their forwards are quick. And I think we've experienced guys that attack, like they really attack. And we have teams in our league that like to attack as well. So we've seen similar teams.
We've seen Kate McCann find success more as the playoffs have gone on. How important is even Willie, and what can this tournament do for him? Looking towards the NHL draft.
Well, it's a big tournament for him for sure. He's a big guy. He plays hard. So a tournament like this, there's lots of people watching. So for sure, he can raise his level, and this tournament would help him.